Yo! What is up, traders? Welcome back to the channel. May 12th, 2026 was absolutely insane in the markets today. We're talking a microcap that literally exploded over 63% in a single trading day. Yeah, you heard that right. CPHI went ballistic, hitting $0.875 with nearly 13 million shares traded. But that's just the beginning. We've got 5 major gainers and 5 brutal losers that we're breaking down right now. If you're looking to understand what's moving in the markets and why, you're in exactly the right place. Let's get into it. Alright, here's what we're seeing across the market on May 12th. Today was a day of extremes. We had some absolutely explosive moves on both the bullish and bearish side. The top gainers are dominating the conversation with mega moves in the 30 to 60% range, driven by a mix of earnings catalysts, strategic initiatives, and momentum plays. On the flip side, we've got some serious pain in the losing column, with drops ranging from 26 to nearly 40%. Volume is elevated across the board, which tells us retail and institutional traders are actively rotating positions. This is the kind of day that reminds us why we track these movers religiously. High volatility creates opportunity, but it also creates risk. Let's break down exactly what happened with each of these stocks. Let's start with the king of the day, CPHI. This stock absolutely dominated with a plus 63.8% gain, closing at $0.875. We're talking about 12.6 million shares traded with a relative volume of 1,275.5x normal. That is astronomical. This is a classic microcap breakout pattern. Unfortunately, there's no news attached to this move, which actually tells us something important. This is pure momentum and short covering. When you see vol. Watch for profit taking tomorrow. Moving to $HTCO. Plus 47.2% at $10.38. This one has news backing the move, which is more sustainable. They're leveraging an upward Baltic dry index cycle. That's shipping and logistics, folks. And they've launched a US strategic initiative led by Chairman Chris. This is a value play meeting momentum. Volume came in at 10.5 million shares with a relative volume of 7.3x, which is healthy but not as x'd. VEL for potential resistance tomorrow. Next up, $AMBQ. Ambic Micro delivered plus 45.6% gains at $66.49. This is driven by Q1 earnings. And here's what's important. Their non-GAAP net loss narrowed and net sales rose. That's exactly what investors want to hear in a tech play. Volume was more moderate at 3 million shares with a 3.2x relative volume ratio. But that actually suggests more informed buying. This is less hype and more conviction. Around $62 if we get profit taking. Let's talk VSTS. Vestis Group with a plus 31.3% moved to $12.21. They just reported Q2 2026 earnings and increased full-year guidance. That's huge. Guidance raises are what drive sustained rallies. With 9.3 million shares traded at 6.9x relative volume, we're seeing solid institutional interest here. This stock is showing textbook positive earnings momentum. The $13 level is your next target. Break that. Is your stop level. And finally in the gainers, QUBX. Up 29.4% at $19.39. No news catalyst here. So this is a technical bounce or sector momentum play. 5.7 million shares traded at 5.4x relative volume. These no news gainers can be tricky because they lack fundamental support. Watch closely for reversal patterns. The $20 level is resistance. And if we don't see news by tomorrow, this could give back some gains. 'Cause these are equally important to understand. $PSIX. Power Solutions International got absolutely crushed, down 39.8% to $37.60. This is post-earnings collapse. They reported Q1 2026 earnings, and apparently the market did not like what it saw. When a stock drops nearly 40% in a day on earnings, that tells us guidance was missed or outlooks were cut. This is the kind of move where if you were holding this long, you're bleeding. Blems, avoid chasing this until we get clarity. $SMX is down 33% at $9.71. The news here is about traceability, verified recycled plastics, and addressing affordability crisis. On the surface, that sounds good, right? But the market voted no. Something in their messaging or fundamentals didn't resonate. Sometimes the story doesn't matter if the economics don't work. With only 559K shares traded, we have low volume confirmation of the move. Why away until there's a reversal pattern? Here's $GTM, down 32.9% at $4.06. And folks, look at that volume. 42 million shares. That's insane. But here's the thing. The news is about other stocks. We see analyst calls on Nvidia, Zoom Info, but $GTM is in the headline. Could this be an algorithmic sell-off or a sector rotation? That's worth investigating. With such high volume on a broad downturn, this might actually be a contrarian play if INDS support. Watch $3.75 as potential support. HIMZ, down 29.2% at $28.61. And look at that news. Trading halted. This is a red flag. Trading halts usually mean there's pending news, either good or bad. But given the stock is down 29%, the market is pricing in bad news. This is a situation where you wait for the halt to lift and the news to drop before making any decisions. Do not trade this tomorrow until we have Is tomorrow until we have clarity. And finally, $Peso. Peso down 26.1% to $1.02. They're announcing Q1 results and reported a miss on adjusted EPS. $0.20. Actual versus $0.18. Estimate. But wait, they're guiding Q2 sales higher at $1.2 versus the prior $975K expectation. So they missed this quarter but expect to beat next quarter. That's a mixed message. And the market is saying, we'll believe it when we see it. With 5.4 million S. Alright, here's what I'm watching for tomorrow and the rest of the week. First, CPHI. That 63% move needs confirmation. If they release news explaining that move, it could sustain. If there's no news, we could see a 20 to 30% pullback. Set alerts at $0.75 and $1.00 to see which way it breaks. Second, $HTCO and $AMBQ look like the most sustainable winners because they have earnings, catalysts and guidance tailwinds. These are names I'd be watching to add on any dips. If $HTCO pulls back to $9.50, that's a potential entry. If $AMBQ pulls back to $63, that's interesting. Third, watch $HIMZ for that trading halt news. This could be a major mover in either direction once clarity comes. Fourth, the losers. I'm looking for capitulation. When we see 40-point drops and 33-point drops, that often marks bottoms. $PSIX at $35 and $SMX at $8.50 could present contrarian opportunities if they hold. Finally, keep an eye on sector rotation. We've got shipping plays moving up. $HTCO. Tech earnings mixed. $AMBQ green. Others red. The market is being selective, so earnings quality matters more than ever. Tomorrow we need to see if the gainers hold their momentum or if we get profit taking. That's your setup for the next 24 hours. Every single day after market close, we break down the top gainers and losers so you never miss a major move. The stocks that move 30, 40, 50%. These are the ones creating wealth or destroying it in real time. If you want to stay ahead of these moves, you need to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. The moment we publish tomorrow's recap, you'll get notified instantly. We're going to cover an entirely brand new set of movers tomorrow. Different stocks, different catalysts, same detailed analysis. Don't get left behind. Subscribe right now, and I'll see you tomorrow. If you want to dive deeper into these stocks and get real-time alerts on major movers, head over to TDVW.com. That's TDVW.com. We've got premium analysis, watch lists, and tools to help you trade like a pro. Whether you're a day trader chasing momentum or a swing trader looking for multi-day setups, TDVW has what you need. Check it out. Upgrade your trading game. And let's make tomorrow even better than today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.